Hey guys, Kevin here again with the Attack of Opportunity. Just wanted to take a little bit of time before the next episode to apologize first and foremost just for the long hiatus here. I've been kind of swamped at work, haven't had a lot of time to sit down and actually record a video. So today, you guys are going to get to take a look at Super Robot Taisen Original Generation Act 4. This one's going to be a little slower. There's a bit of a story dump. They introduce a new mech in this one. I go into a little more detail in the video itself. And again, I apologize in advance for the long delay on this one. And for the fact that I'm half asleep right now. But thanks again for all of your time and patience. And for those of you that have been waiting patiently for that Final Fantasy panel, I mentioned this months ago and never got around to posting it up. It's like 3 hours long, and I'm working on trying to find a way to edit it and get it ready. It's turning out to be a huge pain in my ass, so I might wind up re-recording that whole thing and doing something with like proper episodes, because I myself did not like the way that parts of it turned out, mostly with me sitting there babbling like an idiot because somebody catches me off guard with an off question, and it's just like, how do I answer that? So you guys are gonna see that sometime in the future. I might put that up. I'm just gonna have to do some heavy editing on that. But thank you again for your time. And here we go, on with the next episode here of our Super Robot Taisen Act 4 playthrough. So, 1 second here, and let's get that started for you. Hey guys, Kevin again here with the Attack of Opportunity, bringing you part 4 of Super Robot Taisen Original Generation. So here we're going to take a look at a brand new mech just for this particular mission, and we're going to have some fun with this one here. First and foremost, a little bit of backstory. For those of you that didn't watch the last couple of videos or just want a quick refresher, the ATX team here pretty much fighting off random enemies that keep popping up. Well, here we have something important for a change. There's actually some stories starting up now. There's a small coup d'etat rising, and it's finally being brought to your attention. We'll find that out in a couple of seconds here. The Sanger also brings it up near the end of the mission. I'm kind of rushing through these, so if you guys can read it, that's cool. If not, yeah, it's pretty loose on the story, but for the most part, it's pretty good. But in this mission, I may have mentioned earlier the Guest Pence Mark III All Taisen. Well, you guys are finally going to get to see that thing in action today, as soon as it actually gets that part. So give me 1 second here. Get through the cutscene here. Sorry, just trying to pass some time here. Alright. I didn't remember this being that long. Okay. Come on, come on. Okay. You're also going to get to see something new here. I don't think I did this in the last mission, but you're actually going to get to see me upgrade some of the equipment on my mechs. Let's see. So just 1 second here, just a little bit of backstory here, and then we can get on with the actual fight itself. So, I mentioned before there's a little something extra here. There is a special cargo being carried on that airship there that the GTX team is going to be needing soon. For what reason, I cannot say yet. It's actually a really, really big plot point that'll come up in a couple of missions. I don't really want to spoil that one for you. And it does take me a couple of turns before the ATX team finally arrives, so bear with me for a moment here. One thing you are going to notice in this mission too, the All Taisen, when it finally does appear, is a very, very interesting mech. And actually, like the Gungrust, has its own color scheme, its own design. Unlike the two guest-pensed models you've been seeing the last couple of missions, the guest-pensed Mark III is completely customized with its own special weapons, which you are actually going to see used in this mission. I do remember using the Claymore and a couple of others. This is just me playing around with some of the weapons and equipment, getting some of my mechs outfitted. So, bear with me one moment here. The cool thing about this game, you might as well mention this. Any weapons that you pick up throughout the campaign can actually be equipped to your mechs manually. Now that means, you know, between missions, if you find out, oh, I've got this nifty little machine gun here, I want to add that to a mech, you can go ahead and do it. Oh, or the steak. Oh god, the steak knife. Oh, you guys are gonna get to see that one used too. That one's really funny. Just see this giant mech with a mini steak. I forgot about that one. I did that one as a joke, thinking it'd be fun to see, and it was. Oh god, whatever. And then apparently this woman has a hard-on for mechs. Because God forbid you insult one 30 times. Dear God. I realize now that joke wasn't quite as great as I thought it would be. Let's see here. You guys will get to see the All Taisen in action very shortly. This cutscene's almost over here. Let's see. I love Kyosuke. That character is amazingly hilarious sometimes. Okay, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the guest-pensed Mark III All Taisen, as well as the Type O Gungrust. You guys got to see this one in action a little bit last time. I'm going to show you a little bit more of what this thing can do here. There we go. And you also have, in this mission, this one's a little different, you actually are escorting a little carrier plane up there too, and trying to keep that one alive. The whole point of this mission is to keep that plane from dying. Probably one of the easiest objectives in this entire set. But it's not until later missions that these really start getting a lot nastier. And believe me, they get nastier. I find it funny too, the carrier ships are more heavily armored than some of your mechs. I just realized that. The carrier has more armor on it than your commanding officer's hulking death machine. Think about that for a moment. And then look at the amount of death these things can deal out. A shot from that thing that can normally one-shot a regular enemy here would not be able to destroy this. What the fuck? That's all that needs said. So let them continue their attacking. You're gonna see a slight jump here. When I was doing my editing, there was a slight pause in there where I had to cut that out. So, like, the very first, like, split second of the combat scene is missing. There we go. Okay. Well, first you're gonna get to see this sucker in action. Rather than waste the energy for the hyper blaster again. Go with the boost and I'll show you guys what that can do. Still a one hit. Of course. And now the Taisen. So, yeah, let's go for broke. The revolver. Really? Okay. Yeah, okay, it's the heavy claymore, there we go. This is your special weapon on this mech, probably one of the strongest ones you're gonna get for a while for this guy. The heavy claymore. As you just saw, this thing is equipped with a fucking rocket launcher on its back. That fires missiles that explode on impact, you know the deal. It's still kind of cool. And there's the steak knife. I could rewind this, I'd show you that again. And that thing is like an inch high on. It's hilarious. I'm sorry. I just like. So here we go. The T-Link Ripper. You guys are going to get to see Bullet doing a lot more as well. You know, he's been kind of tossed aside, but he is here, and he is going to be doing some awesome things once he gets his own mech later. So will Excellent. Excellent is absolutely amazing once you get her the Wisecracker. So, let's see. This guy... For anyone looking for some tips with this mission here, I shouldn't even have to mention that. You do not want to have any of them bringing that fighter in. leave him up top screen and do not move him from that point. Why? Because most likely the instant he comes near an enemy, they are going to immediately turn around and start shooting in straight for him. Rather than, you know, the big shiny mechs that are causing them all sorts of prettiness and pain. So, the revolver stake. Now this is actually kind of cool. You'll see 3 stakes on the Taisen's wrist there. Gunblade motherfuckers. Not only does he pierce the enemy mech with a stake, he also uses that revolver mechanism on his wrist to send electrical charges shooting through them. It's absolutely amazing to watch the first couple of times. And it actually is a really cool idea for a weapon too, similar to the Gunblade, in which, you know, that revolver mechanism will release a burst of energy that just damages anything it touches. Really nifty idea. Kind of glad they incorporated it. I do think that was the end of the mission. Yes, it was. And then this bitch arguing again about actual results. Rather than, you know, hey, you guys got out of battle alive, it's, your combat score is still kind of low. Okay. You can tell which one of them is the scientist. And again, I apologize for the video quality here. It keeps pausing on me shortly. Could just be from the program itself though. And here's where your little idea for the coup d'etat comes about. And there you have it, folks. That was Super Robot Taisen Original Generation Part 4. There's going to be another episode coming up shortly in which I go into the next mission there. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing some new stuff from that one shortly. I can't remember exactly. I haven't played that game in ages. But I do think that the Weiss Rider is coming up in a couple of missions. And that's where that game really starts to get fun. So, without further ado, this is Kevin here with the Attack of Opportunity. Thank you again for your time. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.